Hey everybody, Sean here from BoredParacord.com, and today I want to show you a new design by Joe Clegg. He named it Solomon's Cyclone tongue twister. Solomon's Cyclone. So what I have here today, I've fused two colors together. We got neon orange and Dayglow. Alright, one of my favorite colors, Dayglow, right there. Anyways, got 6 feet of each color, fused them together, so I have about 12 feet total. Now, I probably won't use all of it, but whatever I don't use, I will show you how much I cut off at the end. Alright, so let me show you this new buckle that I've got in. And it's really just like a double-ended carabiner. But I think I'm going to use this as my clasp for the buckle. And we'll see how it turns out. I don't know how it's going to turn out quite yet. Alright, sorry about that. Let me get back out there. Alright, so the first thing I want to do, I want to treat this like my buckle. Has two ends. So we're going to go down through one end. Just like we would in a buckle, we go down through the buckle. We open up the long ends here. Grab your short ends, pull those through. Alright. Now I want to put the fused section inside of the weave, so I'm just going to pull it through a little bit further than the other side so that it's down here as my inner strand portion. That'll just give you a little bit better cow's hitch on this smaller looking buckle here. I'm going to pull that tight, flip it over, bring the cord through your fingers, get rid of those twists, and then we're going to take these ends and go up through the other end. So you go down through the first side, up through the other, and I think I got twisted there, so we'll go pull all that through now. Alright, so this is our basic bracelet shape right here. So now what we need to do, we're not going to be able to open this buckle up, so what we're just going to do is kind of turn this sideways, bring your colors over. So you've got one color going off to the left, one color going off to the right side. Now at this point you would open up your buckle if you were using a buckle, but since I'm not, I can't do that. So we're just going to kind of work this around to the other side. And I think that's about how big I want this to be. This one's going to be a little trickier to measure, so you make your measurement around the circle instead of, lengthways. Alright, so the first thing we want to do is create our Solomon, just a regular Solomon. So create a loop on the right, cross it over to the left. So you're going to cross over your center strands. The right cord crosses your left, goes behind the two center strands, off to the right, and up through the loop on the right. And then pull this tight. And after you get this part pulled tight right here, just go back and double check your length, just to make sure that it didn't move on you. I'll tighten that up just a little bit there. There we go. Alright, once we have that tight, we are good to go. So, the rule on this one is you're always going to use your right cord first. So what we want to do is take the right cord and just loop it around the center. So you're just going around the center. That's all you're doing. Get that tight. Take your left cord, loop that one around the center. So you're going over and then under. Going over the top, under the back. Pull that around. Okay, get those nice and tight. And now you want to switch, you want to flip-flop your colors. So the way you can do that is you're going to do a Solomon. And you're going to start on the right side again. Right side always goes first. Create the loop on the right, cross to the left, over your center strands. Left cord crosses your right, goes around the back, and up through the loop. And pull this tight. And then we're going to cinch it up, just like that. So get that cinched up. Now we just do the same exact thing. So there's really two rules. You're always starting with the right cord, and now that we have the orange on the right, we just flip-flopped them. We're doing the same thing. You're going to loop around your center strands, just like that. Same thing with the left side, loop around, pull it through. So let me zoom in on this just so you can see a little better that step there. So the orange started over here. All we did is kind of spiraled right around the center. And that's the exact same thing we did on the left. Okay, we'll get this pulled tight a little bit. Just like that. And then we're going to do our Solomon. So you do the spiral and then you do the Solomon. You always start on the right side. So create that loop on the right. Left cord crosses the right cord. Goes around the back, up through the loop. Just like that. I like to pull these two tight here and then cinch them on up. Alright, there we go. Alright, now we're going to do our spiral. So cross over the center, go around the back of the center, pull it through. Same thing on the left side. You're just going around the center. Just like that. Get those, you don't have to pull these super tight because when you do your Solomon, that's when you'll pull it tight. And we'll do the Solomon again. Create the loop on the right. Cross the left over the right. Around the back. And through the loop. And then this is where you can pull this tight, and what it'll do, it'll pull these two tight for you also. And then cinch it up. And you can kind of start to see the pattern that we got. Anyways, I think that's going to be good for you guys. This is a pretty simple one. You're just circling the center. Just like that. Circle the center. And then do your Solomon. And always start on the right side. Make sure you start on the right side every time. Pull that tight. And up. Alright, well, I'm going to finish this on up. We'll see how this buckle works when I'm all done. And I will be back. Okay, so I'm down here to the bottom. And I have just enough room to do one more Solomon. So I ended on a Solomon here, but I still have a bit of a gap here. So I want to do another Solomon, and I don't want to take the, well, I guess I could. I'm actually just going to keep going with the right side. So we'll just take this over and do another Solomon. Excuse me, I want to end on a Solomon. So we'll come up under and pull that tight. And we'll get this pulled nice and tight. You know what? I'm going to back up one step here. Sorry about that. I'm actually going to take the other side over. Since I took the day glow over last, I'm going to go over top again with my last tie. Just so that I can get a real nice tight knot at the end of here. Gives me a spot to cut and singe. There we go. And then I want to show you when I'm done and a little trick with this buckle. Alright, so now that we have this done, that's what our joke legs design is. Let me cut these ends here real quick. Singe them. Cut this one here. You want to cut this pretty close to the design. And I've got about 18 inches left of the day glow, and I'm pretty sure I'll be having I'll have about the same amount with the other color there. So now I just want to singe the end here with this lighter. Go, and then use a smoothing tool to get a real nice smooth finish on that. If you don't have a smoothing tool, make sure you have something nice and smooth. It gives you a nice smooth finish so that it's not digging into somebody's wrist. And then we're going to do that on the other side as well. Just snip this end off. Grab my lighter. And hit it with the smoothing tool. And there we go, nice and smoothed over. Alright, so the trick with this buckle, I'm going to open this up and take both of these strands off of here. So that's how you would open this up. Now, the hard part about this though is if you have the cow's hitch, that's fine to start it. Now that it's done, you can just open this up and use that loop there. So it's going to add about a 1/2 inch to your finished bracelet. I don't know if I like this. Yeah, I mean, if I like this buckle for a bracelet, I would tell you, but I'm not too sold on this one yet. I think this might be better off for some keys, keychain, maybe a lanyard for your neck. These would work really good for keys or key ring on there. But anyways, let me open this up. I'll show you what the final product looks like. There it is. That's the Solomon's Cyclone, designed by Joe Clegg. He's coming up with some great designs, so check him out. He's in the Facebook group Paracord on. So facebook.com/groups/Paracord on. You'll find him in there, along with everybody else that posts their creations. So until next time, thanks for watching, and Paracord on.